Welcome to a world where your mind is more than just a way to think. It's the one who makes your reality. The law of mind is a deep idea that says our thoughts, beliefs, and attention affect our lives. This book helps you understand and use this idea. There are many books that talk about the power of the mind, but this one goes deeper into the law of mind and shows how it relates to different philosophies, how it affects our daily lives, and how it can help us make positive changes, especially when it comes to getting rich and keeping a positive attitude. The law of mind is not a new idea. People have thought about it and practiced it for thousands of years. A lot of intellectual, spiritual, and psychological lessons are built on it. In its most basic form, the law of mind says that our ideas, feelings, and opinions have a big effect on the outside world. This idea is at the heart of many ancient and modern self-help theories. It supports the idea that we can change our lives by changing the way we think. This book isn't just a philosophical study, though. It's also a practical guide meant to make these ideas easy to understand and use. The goal is to give you the skills and information you need to use the power of your mind to make your life what you want it to be, whether that's more money, better health, or happiness. You can get a lot done with the help of the law of mind. We'll look at how the law of mind is related to the law of attraction, which most people know because it's based on the simple idea that like attracts like. We will look at how the law of mind can change the way you see the world, not just how it can draw what you think about. The beauty of the law of mind is that it works for everyone and is easy to understand. It doesn't take any special skills or knowledge, and anyone can do it, no matter their experience, schooling, or situation. You don't have to be an expert in philosophy or psychology to understand and use it. You only need to be ready to look into your own ideas and thoughts with an open mind. This book also tells you what to do. Understanding the law of mind in a theoretical way is one thing, but when you use it in real life, you see how powerful it really is. You'll find useful tips and activities in these pages that will help you do just that. These tools are meant to be easy to use while still being very useful. They will help you develop an attitude that brings you wealth, makes you happy, and turns problems into chances. The fact that the law of mind is inclusive is one of the most interesting things about it. The law of mind is a concept that always works for everyone who sincerely uses it, no matter where they are from, what they are going through, or what they have been through in the past. You can learn how to do it in this book. Remember that there is no one-size-fits-all way to look at these ideas as we talk about them. That's okay. What hits home for one person might not hit home for someone else. The important thing is to find the viewpoint and habits that work best for you. Trust yourself above all else, keep an open mind, and be ready to try new things. Your mind is a strong tool that, when used properly, can lead you to a life full of success, happiness, and plenty. The goal of this book is not just to teach you an idea, but to change the way you see the world and yourself. It's about getting your mind to work the way it was meant to. Let's start this journey with openness, interest, and the thrill of finding out how the law of mind can change your life. Chapter 1. How to understand the law of mind. A simple but profound truth lies at the heart of all changes, whether they are small or large. Our thoughts have power. This fact is shown by the law of mind, which is an idea that is as old as thought itself. But what does the law of mind really mean? It's basically the idea that our mental state, our thoughts, beliefs, and focus has a direct effect on the course of our lives. This idea is not new. It has been around for a long time and has shown up in different ways in different cultures and times. The law of mind has been a central idea in many religious and philosophical lessons throughout history. For example, the old Hindu texts stress how powerful our minds are in shaping our reality, and Greek thinkers thought deeply about the nature of thought and reality. There has been a lot of talk about the thought that our inner world affects what we experience in the outside world. Over many years, this idea changed and grew, affecting leaders, thinkers, and mystics, and ultimately changing societies and ideas. Different cultures have different ideas about how our thoughts affect our lives. There is a lot of talk in Eastern beliefs about how powerful the mind is in making our world. In Western theory, the Age of Enlightenment put more emphasis on the power of reason and thought in each person, which is similar to the law of mind. All of these different points of view are beautiful because they all come back to the same idea. The mind is the most important thing in our lives. Whether you're interested in the self-reflection of Eastern religion or the logic of Western theory, the law of mind has a lesson that applies to everyone. You can change your life by changing the thoughts you have. The law of mentalism, which is part of Hermetics, has one of the most convincing explanations of the law of mind. That the all is mind means that the world itself was made by the mind. This idea says that everything in the world is an expression of the universal mind, and our own thoughts are just parts of this bigger universal consciousness. What does this mean to you? This means that your mind is not just a spectator of reality, it is also a part of making it. The law of mentalism tells you to think of yourself as a co-creator of your world, where your views and feelings are not just things you feel, but things that shape your reality. The law of mind can be looked at through the lens of modern psychology, which is more grounded in facts, but just as interesting. Cognitive psychology, for instance, looks at how our ideas, how we think, and how we see things affect how we act and what we experience. Negative thought habits can make bad things happen in life, while positive thinking can make good things happen. It's not magic, it's the power of the mind, which has been proven by science. The self-fulfilling prophecy is another idea that comes up in psychology. This is the idea that if you think something will happen, you may unknowingly make it happen through your actions. This fits with the law of mind and shows how strong our ideas can be in shaping our lives. To bring these ideas back to you, the reader, the law of mind is not just a theory in philosophy or psychology, it's also a useful tool. Learning about how your thoughts and ideas affect your life is possible, and it gives you the tools to change your thoughts for the better. The law of mind is the key to getting what you want in life, whether it's money, personal growth, or just a better view on life. If you learn and use the law of mind, your life will be filled with endless opportunities. Part 2. The law of attraction and the law of mind. As we learn more about the law of mind, it's important to look at how it relates to the law of attraction. People often sum up the law of attraction with the term like attracts like. This means that thinking good or bad thoughts can bring good or bad things into your life. With the book and movie The Secret, this law got a lot of attention, but it has much longer roots that are connected to many of the ideas in the law of mind. The idea behind the law of attraction is that our thinking can bring about things in the real world. It is a concept that says you should picture what you want and believe that doing so will bring it into your life. The idea gives people hope and a sense of being in charge of their own lives. Both the law of mind and the law of attraction work, but they are not the same thing. The law of mind looks at how a person's general mental states, including their thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, affect their life and the world around them. The book is about how people shape their own viewpoint and, by extension, their outward reality. On the other hand, the law of attraction is more specific. It stresses the power of directed thought to bring about certain results. The law of mind is like a painting, and the law of attraction is like paint. The setting for your ideas is your general attitude and set of beliefs, which is like a painting. Your focused thoughts are the paint that gives this canvas color and detail, making certain wants or goals come true. It is very important to understand this difference. What this means is realizing that even though positive thought, the law of attraction, is strong, it's your general beliefs and attitude, the law of mind, that shapes your life. Even though a positive thought is powerful, it's like putting seeds in dirt that isn't good for them if you don't have the right attitude to support it. Both the law of mind and the law of attraction are based on the idea that our thoughts and feelings shape our world. Thoughts are more than just ideas going through our minds. They carry emotional power that can change what we do, how we react, and even the chances we see or attract. A strong emotion, whether it's good or negative, is what drives a thought. A strong emotion-based thought is much stronger than a brief idea. For example, if you are constantly afraid of not having enough money, you might make choices that make your financial problems worse without realizing it. Instead, if you think about wealth with a real sense of hope and promise, you're more likely to do things that will help you make money. Having this idea isn't just wishful thought. It's about lining up your mental and emotional energy. Your feelings and thoughts work together in a strong way that can have a big effect on your world when they are in sync. When you pull a boat with the wind instead of against it, things go more quickly and you get where you're going with less effort. Keep in mind that change doesn't happen quickly as you follow these rules. It takes time and practice to change your attitude and make positive, focused thinking a habit. But it's worth the work. You can start to change your life in important ways by making sure your feelings and thoughts are in line with what you want to happen. Watch your thoughts and feelings as you go about your daily life. Take note of how they affect what you do and how you decide what to do. Set your ideas on what you want to achieve or experience and start to think about it. Develop good feelings around these thoughts. This is what it means to use the law of mind and the law of attraction to change your life. Part 3. Metaphysical Viewpoints. The law of mind in metaphysical traditions. To fully understand the law of mind, you need to look into its philosophical roots. Metaphysics is a field of philosophy that tries to figure out what reality is like beyond what can be seen. This is where the law of mind grows strong, in the world of the unknown and the deep. There are many philosophical systems that see the law of mind as a link between the physical world and a higher reality that can't be seen. You can think of it as a secret thread that ties our thinking to the universe's fabric. In Eastern beliefs, for example, the idea of Maya, also known as illusion, says that our thoughts shape how we see the real world. In the same way, some spiritual parts of Western faiths believe in a universe that is linked and in which consciousness plays a major role. For you, knowing these philosophical points of view can be helpful. It gives you a bigger picture of how powerful your thoughts, views, and ideas are. It's not enough to just change the things around you. You need to connect with a greater truth that applies to everyone. Through your thoughts and goals, you can connect with this greater truth and help make your life's journey. Quantum physics and consciousness. Some readings of quantum physics have really helped us understand the rule of mind in a new and interesting way in the last few years. Quantum physics, the study of the smallest particles in the world, says that these particles act in ways that don't make sense. The idea that the observer's consciousness can change how these particles behave is one of the most interesting parts. You should know that the real world is not as solid and reliable as it seems. This is because the field is very complicated and is still changing. Instead, it's a world of options that can be changed by what you see and think. This fits very well with the law of mind, which says that your consciousness can change not only your own reality, but also the very fabric of the physical world. It's important to look at these thoughts with a healthy mind, though. Quantum physics is a very specialized area, and you can't just use its basic ideas in everyday life. On the other hand, the main idea that our view of reality is changing and that consciousness is an important part of this fits well with the law of mind. It's true that the law of mind has its enemies, especially in the scientific world. This is true of any idea that combines science and theory. Some experts say that the connections made between consciousness and quantum physics are just guesses and not based on real-world proof. They warn against making complicated science ideas too easy to understand in order to fit religious or philosophical views. It's important to keep these comments in mind because they help us stay grounded. The power of the law of mind doesn't come from the fact that it has been proven by science. It comes from the personal experiences and changes it has helped many people make. It's hard to say how well the law of mind works for everyone because it's a personal growth tool. As a seeker and student, this discussion gives you a chance to look at the law of mind with an open mind that is also smart. Take advantage of the idea's powerful parts, but also be open to new information and points of view. Remember that getting to know the law of mind is about more than just reading about these interesting ideas. It's also about finding what speaks to you personally. To sum up, the philosophical views on the law of mind show that the things you think have big effects on the world around you. Keep the science arguments in mind as they invite you to explore the depths of your consciousness and how it is linked to the world. You can start this journey with a sense of wonder and an open mind, ready to find out how these old and new ideas can be used in your life to make it more fulfilling and clear. Chapter 4. Thoughts on Psychology, Cognitive Psychology and the Law of Mind. Cognitive psychology gives us a lot of useful information when we look at the mental parts of the law of mind. This area of psychology studies how minds work, including how we think, remember, see, and solve problems. Through it, we can see how our views, attitudes, and ways of thinking have a big effect on how we act and what happens in our lives. Cognitive psychology teaches us that how we think about things affects how we act and what we do, not the things themselves. For instance, if you see a task as a chance to learn and grow, you'll probably face it with hope and strength. On the other hand, seeing it as a danger can make you anxious and make you avoid it. This is where the law of mind and psychology meet. Your mindset, which is made up of your thoughts and ideas, shapes how you see and interact with the world. If this is true for you, it means realizing that you can change your life by changing more than just the outside conditions. You can make a big difference in the course of your life by becoming aware of your thought habits and consciously changing them to ones that are more positive and powerful. A key idea in personal development. The idea of attitude is very important in the field of personal development, and for good reason. Your attitude includes what you think about yourself and what you can do. It changes how you see the world and where you fit in it. This is beautifully shown by Carol Dweck's study on growth versus stuck views. If you have a growth mindset, you believe that you can get better with hard work and persistence. This makes you more open and engaged in your life. A fixed attitude, on the other hand, means thinking that your skills and situations are fixed and can't change. This can limit your potential. The law of mind says that having a growing attitude is a good thing. Believing that things can get better and change for the better can help you and your situation. For you, this could mean rethinking long-held ideas about what you can do, how smart you are, and what you can achieve. Replacing self-doubt with self-efficacy means shifting the story from "I can't" to "I can learn and grow." Neuroscience and belief systems. Neuroscience is the study of the brain and nerve system. It helps us understand the law of mind even better. It reveals how our ideas and views can change the way our brain works. Neuroplasticity is the scientific term for this effect that shows the brain is not a fixed object, but one that changes and responds as we live. Your brain makes nerve paths for every thought and idea you have. These links get stronger the more you support a thought or idea. In other words, the way you think every day changes the structure of your brain. You can change the way your brain works by changing the way you think and believe. The fact that this is backed by science gives the law of mind a new dimension. The changes you make to the way you think are not just mental, but also neural. For you, knowing about neuroplasticity gives you power. It means that your current beliefs or ways of thinking don't hold you back. You can change the way your brain works to support new, better ways of thinking if you work at it over time and practice. In particular, this can help you get past limiting ideas that may have been holding you back. The psychological truths about the law of mind are both reassuring and energizing. The fields of cognitive psychology, the study of thinking, and neuroscience all show how strongly your views and thoughts affect your life. They give you a plan for personal growth and show you how to use the power of your mind in real life. Remember that as you continue to study and use these ideas, you're not only changing your thoughts, you're also changing your brain and, by extension, your world. Understanding this is a strong tool that will help you grow, be successful, and be happy. Part 5. How to use the law of mind every day. Not only is using the rule of mind a vague idea, but it's also a useful tool that you can use in your daily life. You can change your ideas, change your world, and get closer to your goals by using certain methods. For the law of mind to become a part of your daily life, use these techniques. Self-awareness. Becoming more self-aware is the first thing you need to do to use the law of mind. First, pay attention to your ideas and thoughts. Pay attention to the stories that go through your mind all day. Are they mostly good or mostly negative? In what ways do they show a growth mindset or a stuck mindset? Being aware of this is a strong first step toward changing any negative thought habits that are stopping you. Mindful reflection. Think about how the way you think now has affected your life. Think about the things that make you happy and the things that you want to get better at. Realizing the link between your thoughts and the things that happen in your life can inspire you to develop an attitude that supports your goals and dreams. Cognitive restructuring. You can start cognitive restructuring once you are aware of the ways you think. This means questioning and changing negative or useless thoughts. When you notice that you are talking badly to yourself, stop and change the thought into something positive and powerful. Meditation and mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness are strong ways to use the law of mind. They help you clear your mind, calm down, and concentrate your ideas. It's about being in the present time without judging it. During the day, be aware by giving your full attention to everything you're doing, like eating, walking, or talking. Pay attention to what you can feel, what you see, and how you feel inside. Being here with them can help you get out of autopilot mode, which is a place where bad thoughts often happen without you noticing them. Being mindful goes one step further with meditation. Setting aside time to clear your mind and calm down is part of it. Regular meditation can help you feel calmer, less stressed, and able to focus better. It also gives you a chance to direct your thoughts consciously so that they are in line with your plans and goals. Adding breath work to your awareness and meditation routines can make them more successful. Simple breathing exercises, such as deep belly breathing, can help you feel less anxious and bring your attention back to the present, which makes it easier to think positively and clear your mind. Use of visualization and affirmations. You can use visualization and affirmations to reach your goals directly with the law of mind. Visualization means making a mental picture of what you want to happen. There's a feeling of being in charge of a movie in your mind, where everything goes perfectly. This method isn't just thinking, it's a practice in which you clearly picture yourself reaching your goals. Visualization helps athletes, business leaders, and great people in many other fields do better and reach their goals. You can say positive, powerful things to yourself over and over again to support your views and goals. They should be said in the present tense, like the goal has already been reached. For instance, I am confident and successful in my career. Saying mantras every day can help reprogram your subconscious mind, which can change your beliefs and actions over time. Making these methods a part of your daily life. Consistency is key to using the law of mind. Make these things a regular part of your life. Time should be set aside every day for awareness and meditation. Affirmations can be used in the morning or during breaks during the day. Visualization is best done when you have some time to yourself, like right before bed or first thing in the morning. Keep in mind that these techniques aren't just things you need to do. They're ways to change your life and, by extension, your mind. Allow yourself some time as you start to use these techniques. You might not see changes right away, but if you keep at it, you'll start to notice changes in your thoughts, feelings, and eventually your life. You're not just looking for a better life when you use these methods. You're making it happen. Your thoughts and dreams are becoming real because you're using the power of your mind to change your reality. So, try these things with an open mind and heart and see how the power of your thoughts changes your world. Chapter 6. The Law of Mind and Making Money. The attitude of creating wealth is much more than just getting money. According to the law of mind, what we think and believe has a big impact on how much money we make. Having the right chances or working hard aren't enough to get rich. You also need to develop an attitude that is open to and in line with wealth. A good and aggressive attitude to financial growth is something that many wealthy people have in common. When other people see problems, they see possibilities. They focus on answers instead of problems. You have to work at having this attitude. It doesn't just happen. It means changing your attitude from one of lack, which makes you focus on what you don't have, to one of abundance, which lets you see the wealth that is available to you. Many of us have limited beliefs about money from our childhood, such as money is the root of all evil, or you have to work hard to make money. These beliefs can subtly thwart our attempts to improve our financial position. The law of mind wants you to look at these ideas and question them. Find your limited beliefs. The first thing you need to do is figure out what beliefs are stopping you. Think about what you believe and how you feel about money. What false ideas do you hold about money and making money? Figure out where the idea came from. Often it comes from things that happened to you as a child, messages from society, or how your family deals with money. Being able to separate yourself from these ideas can help you understand where they come from. Replacing limited beliefs with powerful ones is what it means to reframe your beliefs. If you think, "I'll never be wealthy," change your thought to, "I have the potential to create wealth." This changes your attitude from one of lack to one of excess. The law of mind can help you with your money even if you're not a billionaire or a business mogul. First, make clear goals for your money. Think about reaching these goals not just in general terms, but in great depth and vividness. Feel the thrill and happiness of reaching these goals. Make mantras a part of your daily life. You can encourage a positive money attitude with mantras like, "I am capable of creating wealth," or "Abundance flows easily to me." Also, do things that will help you reach your goals. You can't just think about the law of mind, you have to do it too. Match your behaviors to your state of mind. Learn as much as you can about money, make smart investments, and look for ways to make more money. When you want to create wealth, the law of mind says that your ideas, beliefs, and behaviors should all be in line with what you want. You can start on the path to financial success by getting rid of limited ideas, having an attitude of wealth, and learning from people who have already done these things successfully. Remember that making money starts in your mind. Develop a mindset of wealth and see how your money situation changes along with it. Chapter 7. How to live a good life with the law of mind. A developed mindset that shapes every part of your life. Living happily is more than just a feel-good motto. According to the law of mind, the things we think and say to ourselves have the power to change what we experience in the outside world. So, having a positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the problems you face in life. It means facing them with an attitude that sees the good in them and the room for growth. Start developing this attitude by paying attention to what you're saying to yourself. Have you ever asked yourself if most of your thoughts are positive or negative? Are you focused on what you can do or on what you think you can't do? Changing this bad inner conversation to a positive one is one of the most important things you can do to live a happy life. Problems and bad things will happen in life, but the law of mind says that how you deal with them is very important. It's not enough to be cheerful when things are going well. You also need to be able to turn bad things that happen in life into chances to grow. First, accept and understand your problems without judging yourself. Keep in mind that these problems don't show how valuable or capable you are. Instead, try to see things in a different way. Think of problems as chances to learn and grow. Asking, "Why is this happening to me?" can be replaced with, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in viewpoint can turn a situation that seems bad into a way to grow as a person. Also, keep an open mind that is focused on finding solutions. Try to find answers instead of focusing on the issues. When you take the initiative, you stay positive and take action, which makes it easier to get past problems. There are a number of tactics that can be used to help you maintain a happy frame of mind. First, make it a habit to be grateful every day. Spending time to think about what you're grateful for changes your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, which makes you feel like you have plenty. Positive statements should be a part of your daily life. You can change your negative thoughts into positive ones by saying things like, "I can handle any challenge," or "I choose to see the good in every situation." When it comes to forming your attitude, the people and places you spend time with are also very important. Surround yourself with good things, people who make you feel good, things that excite you, and places that make you feel alive. Practicing awareness and meditation can really help you keep a happy attitude. They help you stay in the present, which lowers stress and fear, and they clear your mind so you can stay positive. It's also important to do things regularly that make you happy and satisfied. Doing things that make you happy is important for a good life. This could be a hobby, working out, or spending time with friends and family. Seeing things clearly is another useful skill. Every day, picturing good things happening with your goals and dreams not only keeps you motivated, but it also lines up your subconscious mind with the reality you want to create. This connection is very important because it lays the groundwork for making your dreams come true. In the end, using the law of mind to create a good life is a journey of constant growth and self-improvement. It entails cultivating and maintaining a positive frame of mind, using difficulties as learning opportunities, and putting daily routines in place to maintain this outlook. Remember that the way you think has a direct effect on how good your life is. When you think and feel positively, you set yourself up for a life full of happiness, strength, and satisfaction. Get started with this practice right now, and you'll see how your life changes for the better. Issues and limitations in Chapter 8. When looking into the law of mind, it's important to be aware of and understand the problems and restrictions that come with it. This understanding not only makes the law more useful, but it also makes sure that spiritual views and practical needs are both taken into account. Managing expectations is one of the hardest parts of using the law of mind. A lot of the time, people come to this law hoping for big and instant changes. Changes in thought processes and the development of these ideas into real things, on the other hand, happen slowly. You have to be patient, keep going, and really understand that change, especially mental change, takes time. Getting to know the law of mind is like taking care of a yard. Regular care and attention are needed, and the results of your work might not be obvious right away. Don't give up on your habits, and have faith that the changes you're making in your mind will pay off in the end. Another big problem is how easy it is to fall back into old, negative thought habits. A big problem can be that the mind tends to go back to old ways of thinking. One big problem with using the law of mind is that people tend to think negatively again and again. Our tendency to do this is not just a habit, it's deeply ingrained in our minds. Figuring out why we fall into these habits is important for breaking them and using the power of positive thinking to change things. People who think negatively have a psychological trait called the negativity bias that is built into our brains from the time we were born. Early humans had to be more aware of possible risks in order to stay alive, which made them naturally more sensitive to bad things that happened or threats. Unfortunately, this tendency is still a part of our minds, even though threats look different now. The comfort of habit is another reason why people fall back on negative thought processes. There is some comfort in knowing things, even if they are bad. This is especially true for thoughts that are bothersome or not helpful. Breaking out of old habits takes work and can be scary because it means going into mental area you haven't been to before. Mental health problems and stress can make bad thoughts worse. When someone is stressed, it can be hard for them to think clearly and positively. When these conditions are present, negative thoughts can make symptoms worse, which in turn causes more negative thoughts. Figuring out these deeper causes is the first thing that can help you stop thinking negatively. It's important to remember that this tendency is part of human character, but it's not a fixed part of who we are. By learning more about ourselves and practicing mindfulness, we can start to notice when we're getting into these habits and choose to think more positively. Writing in a journal, practicing awareness, and meditating can help you with this. Writing in a journal helps you get your ideas out into the world and look at them from a different angle. Mindfulness and meditation can help you separate yourself from your instant feelings and give you a space to watch your ideas without judgment. It is important to include these techniques in your daily life for them to work. When you practice consistently, your brain slowly changes how it works. This can make negative thought patterns less powerful and help you develop a more upbeat and adaptable attitude. To sum up, the tendency to fall back on negative thought patterns is a complicated problem that has roots in our natural past, our daily situations, and the way our minds are built. To deal with and change these habits, it's important to understand where they come from. Being aware and reflecting on ourselves on a regular basis can help us get rid of bad biases and develop an attitude that is more in line with the law of mind. This will lead to a happier and more fulfilling life. As you work toward your goals, these habits will help you stay focused and stop old patterns from coming back. Moral issues and common misconceptions. The law of mind also brings up moral questions and possible misunderstandings that need to be handled with care. People often think that if they have the right attitude, they can control every part of their life. Even though this belief seems powerful, It can cause people to have high hopes and be let down. It is important to realize that even though our thoughts have a big impact on our lives, there are some things outside of our control. When the law of mind is used to change other people's minds or bring about events that might affect them, ethical questions come up. Respecting other people's liberty and free will is very important, and you should use this knowledge in a smart way. You shouldn't use the law of mind to hurt or control other people. Instead, you should use it to help yourself grow and develop in a good way. Another false belief is that thinking positively is all you need to do to be successful or get through any problem. It's important to keep a good frame of mind, but you also need to take action and take real steps to reach your objectives. Positive thought can help you stay motivated and strong, but it can't take the place of hard work, drive, and the ability to solve problems. Furthermore, the law of mind gives us deep knowledge of how our ideas and experiences are connected, but it's important to be aware of its problems, restrictions, and moral issues before using it. We can use the changing power of positive thinking to make our lives more rewarding and meaningful by becoming more self-aware, practicing mindfulness, and acting on purpose. However, they are not the only things that affect our lives. Things we can't change, like the weather and other people's acts, also have a big impact. The law of mind shouldn't be seen as a way to take control of every part of life. Instead, it should be seen as a way to strengthen yourself and be strong. Another ethical issue is the desire to blame others for bad things that happen because we believe that our thoughts create our world. This point of view can make you blame yourself or other people for bad things that happen, which is not helpful and goes against the law of mind. It's better to focus on what you can learn from your mistakes and how to move forward with a growth attitude. A tricky part of using the law of mind is finding the right balance between spiritual views and everyday life. Spiritual practices often go hand in hand with the law and make it stronger, but it's important to back them up with deeds that matter in the real world. For example, if you want to be financially successful through positive thinking, you need to take real steps like budgeting, learning new skills, and networking. Similarly, having a good attitude can help your health, but it should go hand in hand with realistic health steps like regular exercise, a healthy diet, and the right medical care. Also, it's important to remember how important community and support groups are on this trip. Sharing experiences, learning from others, and asking for help can give you new ideas and views, which can help you use the law of mind more effectively and with more grounding. Approaching the law of mind basically requires a complete comprehension of its rules, a reasonable view of how it will work, and a well-balanced mix of spiritual and practical methods. It is possible to use the law of mind to improve your life if you are aware of its difficulties and limits and apply its principles with knowledge and care. It's a journey of learning, growing, and discovering yourself that leads to a more powerful and satisfying life. Chapter 9. The End and What Comes Next. As we come to the end of our study of the law of mind, it's helpful to take a moment to think about what we've learned and how we can move forward. Through this study of the law of mind, many new ideas, tactics, and theories have come to light. Each of these gives us a different way to use the power of our thoughts to change our world. We've learned that the law of mind is a strong concept that says our thoughts and mental state have a big impact on the course of our lives. First, we learned about where this law came from historically and how it is interpreted in different countries and thought systems. No matter what the situation is, this research showed that the main idea stays the same. Our inner world has a big effect on the outside world. We talked in depth about how the law of mind can be used in everyday life to improve your mood, make money, and keep a happy attitude. mindfulness, meditation, visualizing, and encouragement were all mentioned as methods for getting our thoughts in line with what we want to happen. When you follow the rule of mind, you are always learning, discovering yourself, and putting what you've learned into practice. The ideas and methods talked about in this book are not one-time things you should do. Instead, they are habits you should start using right away and keep doing as time goes on. Keep learning more about these concepts and studying them. Stay open to new ideas and ways of doing things. Also, it's important to be patient and determined. It can take time for changes in your life to happen after changes in your mind. No matter how small your growth is, be proud of it. And don't see mistakes as fails. See them as chances to learn and grow. Mind's rule is something you can use in your daily life. Remember that you are not alone on this path. A lot of people have been on this path, and many of them have changed their lives by using the power of their thoughts. You can do the same thing. Your mind is a very strong tool that, when used correctly, can bring about big changes. Don't forget that the law of mind isn't just about getting things done. It's also about developing an attitude that lets you live a happier, more worthwhile life. It's about getting in touch with yourself and the world around you more, which can help you find bigger meaning and relationship. Hold on to the understanding that your ideas and beliefs shape your future as you move forward. Accept the law of mind's power with an open heart and mind. Let it lead you not only to the results you want, but also to a deeper understanding of who you are and your huge potential. Finally, let this journey with the law of mind be a path of change that goes beyond success and leads to a life that is full, rich, and satisfying. Keep looking around and getting better. Let your thoughts grow into a future full of endless options. Again, thank you very much for hearing, and we hope you liked the book. If you thought this book was helpful, please click the like button and share it with someone who could use the information and direction it gives. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be the first to know about every new audiobook we put out. You can use this information to keep changing yourself, and we're so excited about that. Have a great trip, and we hope to see you on the next one.